Hello there, guys. Welcome back to the channel. First of all, Merry Christmas to everyone listening and happy holidays wherever you're tuning in from. This time of the year is always emotional in football, and result feels heavier, narratives moves quicker, and patience gets tested. Chelsea welcome Aston Villa to Stamford Bridge on Saturday evening, and this feels like one of those games that tells us where we are and how far we've come as a team. Not in theory, but in reality. And we've already done the tactical preview in the last video that I posted, so don't forget to check that out and have a buffer. And this episode is about context, mindset, and expectation. So, Enzo Maresca was quizzed on Aston Villa as a whole, and what he said, he didn't sugarcoat anything. He said it's going to be a very tough game. Aston Villa are playing very well. They have a clear way of playing and they are very organized both on and off the ball. And I like the fact that Enzo Maresca is recognizing and respecting this Villa uh, team, and is very accurate with his comments about Aston Villa. They are extremely structured, comfortable without the ball. They're ruthless in transition and playing with um, a level of confidence that we've not seen from this Villa side in a very, very long time. That I've not even seen. They are on a 10-game unbeaten run, like winning streak. I've not seen this Villa side in a very, very long time. But what I also like about what Enzo Maresca said is that they're full of confidence, but we are at home and we will be trying to get the 3 point, and that balance matters for me, okay? Because Chelsea should respect Villa but not approach this game like an underdog. The bridge has to matter, okay? Stamford Bridge has to matter. Energy, bravery, tempo, and these are non-negotiable. Okay, they're non-negotiable. And then he also made comments as regards Reece James. He said he acknowledged Reece James rather acknowledged the chaos of recent years, talked about the new ownership, the new staff, the young squad, but then he said something that really, really is key. He said last season speaks for itself and how far we have come. And this is coming from someone who's been in the Champions League winning side under Tuchel. He's also gone through a lot of injury spells and tactical instability. So if Reece James is saying that the project is moving forward, which is actually obvious to some of us that are watching or that watch this Chelsea side from the time that both the Todd Bowley and Clear Lake group came in till now, we can see that there's a massive difference between that time and now. So it's not blind optimism, it's perspective. And on the pitch lately is backing, as well, alongside the rest of his teammates are backing this up. So then Enzo Maresca was quizzed on it was quizzed on where we are at Christmas, and he just gave a fair answer. He said Chelsea are competing in the league, in the Carabao Cup semi-finals, in Europe, and still alive in everything. And it doesn't go to say that we're a perfect squad, but it's just alluding to the fact that we are progressing and growing or maturing each game and each season. But then, to me, I just believe that a bit of experience would take this team a level or two higher. And what Maresca said is when you remember the squad age, the injury disruption, and constant external noises, it just shows that Chelsea are not perfect, like I said. Okay, they are still a team that is growing and forming, and I hope that this is going to be the last time that we'll be talking about Chelsea growing and all that. We understand that they are mature, they are still the youngest squad in the league, but then I just Anyway, I don't want to say anything as regards transfer because we'll be talking about that towards the close of this video. And then he also talked about the injuries, availability, and the in the squad, and he was very quick to say he said that his wish list for 2026 was simple, that if they can be healthy, and that would be the best thing, and that tells you a lot. This squad hasn't failed tactically as much as it's failed physically at key moments. The good news is that he mentioned that and confirmed that Estival is back and Liam Delap is back. As regards Delap, I don't know what he eats. I don't know what kind of therapy he goes through and all that, but this is the second time he's recovering from injury faster and earlier than anticipated. And that's depth Chelsea haven't had consistently, with the absence of Liam Delap and recently Esteval. Okay, and then he talked about the transfers, trust, and the January question. And when asked about signing, Maresca didn't budge. Okay, I mean, we all know what he said. He said, "I'm in love with the squad. I'm in love with the squad that we have." Some which I expect. I don't expect him to say anything different from what he said. Okay, he's got to be diplomatic in terms of answering certain questions, because the players might just read meaning into some of his questions if he gives something different. So some fans, and I expect some fans to roll their eyes, because I actually did. But then we've got to be able to read in between the lines. This is the squad he's got. He hopes that he will be having an improved squad, either through, which I want to believe is through transfer windows, and getting Semenyo would have been a statement signing. And this is a problem that I have with Chelsea, because if Semenyo had actually consented to, if he had preferred Chelsea's project, I don't see a world where Chelsea would not have gone further to sign Antoine Semenyo. But I think it's because he rejected Chelsea, not because Chelsea didn't try. But then again, I also think that Chelsea didn't push hard enough, because they do not want to upset the squad. But then again, if you look at what we have available on the left side, left wing, we have Garnacho and Gittins, who are not even anything close to consistent. So having Semenyo would have actually been bridging the gap, even though I think that is not as skillful as people think he is or seem to be. He's just going to be on that ilk of Pedro Neto, which will at least do a bit more than we're getting from Garnacho and Gittins. But seeing that Chelsea didn't push as hard enough, it's only just going to. They just try. I just believe they just try to be political in this area. They don't want a situation whereby Garnacho and Gittins are finding out, and then they're starting to lose confidence the more. So they came out to say that they have full confidence and trust in what's available or what we have in the team. Okay, but then I don't know what trust there is there. I don't know. Okay, so it's just to not to avoid destabilizing a young group in December, unless you really want to. And then Football London reports about possible exits, talking about Tosin, Sterling, Badiashile, Disasi, Buonanotte, and Jorgensen. And first off, this is Football London. They are not the best source when it comes to transfer windows. So when we talk about Tosin and Badiashile, I'm not talking about Disasi, because Disasi is in the bomb squad now, as well as Raheem Sterling. And Raheem Sterling, I don't expect Manchester will sell him for a high fee anymore, because he has not been involved in football for a very long time. If Chelsea, the most important thing is getting him off the wage book, because he's earning over £300,000 weekly. So that alone would be a massive relief on Chelsea's wage bill. And Disasi, like we're hearing that is really getting many interest from Europe and the league, so to say. Then when we talk about Disasi and Badiashile, I mean, unless Chelsea are intending to dip into the transfer window in this summer, I mean, not some winter transfer windows, I don't think that's going to be possible because if we sell Badiashile and Tosin, what do we have left? What do we have left in the back line? We have uh, Chaluba, Fofana, Wigan, Joshua Chempong. That's going to be really, really stretching the back line. It's really hard. I don't think I don't we don't have good history with Fofana's injury. If he goes down, that's the end of it. So we can't afford to. That's why I said it doesn't make any sense what Football London has come out to say. However, Buonanotte, we didn't buy him. He's on loan from Brighton, so we might as well just sell him back. And then Jorgensen is one I wonder. I'm hoping. I'm happy rather that we can get good buyers for him because he's not it at all. He's not it. So if we're able to sell him, all well and good. But then what good? Does that mean we're getting Mike Penders back from Strasbourg? I don't think that's gonna be a good idea because he needs to continue his development with Strasbourg and he's doing very very well. Unless Chelsea want to go, excuse me, unless Chelsea want to go into the transfer window to get Mike Nunn from AC Milan, which I'm not rolling out. I think I'm just going to be 50-50 on this one because it's going to be healthy competition. But then Sanchez has been on his A game towards the back end of last season and moving into this season. He's only made one mistake, and that was against Manchester United. After that, he has been spot on. He has been on. He has been on it. He has been on the money. So I think that if Chelsea can get Mike Minon, I think it's going to be good. Okay, it's only going to bring about healthy competition. But then again, what happens to Penders at the end of the summer window? Does that mean that we're going to be letting Robert Sanchez leave at the end of the summer? You let me know what you guys think about that. So that's why I don't really trust Football London when they come out to give reports. So yeah, I think that's basically everything. So to wrap up, I'm going to give you guys my lineup, and yeah, this is my lineup. So I'm going to be starting with Sanchez in goal, in defense, back four of Reece James, Fofana, Chaluba, and Marco Corella as a back four, and then midfield pairing. I'm going to go with Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez, with Pedro, not Pedro rather, Cole Palmer as a 10. And then on the left, we're going to go with Garnacho. On the right, I'll go with Neto and Joao Pedro as the striker. This lineup, I think, gives control in the midfield and width on both sides. I just want Garnacho especially. You need to be able to finish your dinner. You need to be consistent in front of goals. Okay, you can't be hot and cold. One game you're hot and another game you're cold. Okay, so you need to be consistent, and this is the problem. This is the frustration. I wish Chelsea would be. We spent nearly £97 million on Garnacho and Gittins, and this is just what we're getting on that side. So it doesn't make any sense for me. However, it's what it is anyway. I'm only just going to endure Garnacho to finish your food. Okay, finish your food. So, well, ball carriers against is going to also give Chelsea ball carriers against the Villa block and leadership at the back. Joao Pedro's movement will be key in this game. He was the one who brought Chelsea, Reece James and Pedro brought Chelsea back into the game and at least got us a point against Newcastle. His movement is going to be very important, dragging Villa centre back out and creating space for Cole Palmer. Then we'll talk about the bench. In the bench, if necessary, we can bring on Delap, which that will give you physical presence late on in the game, and that will give you chaos and unpredictability when it comes on. Santos can also come on to finish the game in place of Lavia, who is actually still out injured. can give the midfield energy, and Gittins can come on if Garnacho isn't doing very well. So this is my lineup for this game, and I'm just going to say one thing. This is more on Chelsea to win this game, because right now Villa are ahead of Chelsea on 7 points. Chelsea in fourth position in the league. If we lose to Aston Villa at Stamford Bridge, it just means that Aston Villa will be 10 points ahead of Chelsea, and that's going to be in third position. So we can't afford to slip for that way. Okay, and this lineup for me give Chelsea need to be brave, competitive, learning and growing against a very good, uh, rather Chelsea need to get in the face of this Villa side. No matter what, we cannot allow Villa settle, because if they settle, they'll pick Chelsea apart. And if they score against Chelsea first, if they break Chelsea and score first, it's going to be a very very tough evening for Chelsea. So Chelsea going to be going against a very good Aston Villa side. Like I said, we've not seen in a very long time under the light, and it's going to be a proper test. But whatever happens, we'll have to keep perspective. The project doesn't peak in December, so I'll be here to give you guys my match reaction for this game immediately after this game. So elsewhere, let's talk about other teams. Arsenal will be welcoming Brighton at the Emirates Stadium. I think that's going to be a 2-1 win in favor of Arsenal, and Manchester City also take on Nottingham Forest at Nottingham Forest home ground. So I think that's going to be 3-1 for Nottingham. I mean for Manchester City. I predict that, and then Erling Haaland will be scoring 2 goals in that game. I think that's basically those people. And then for Liverpool's going to be welcoming Wolves to the Anfield Stadium. I think that's also going to be in the bag for Liverpool. So that's being said, I think that Chelsea cannot afford to slip up, because Liverpool are starting to build momentum, even if they are not very convincing at the moment. Liverpool are starting to close the gap. We have not even talked about Manchester United, who will be taking on Newcastle today at Old Trafford. So yeah, I think that game is going to end in a 1-1 tie. Let me know what you guys think as regards my score prediction for the top 6, and if there's any other thing that comes on, whatever happens between Chelsea versus Aston Villa, let's keep perspective, and I hope you guys enjoy your holiday, and it's Boxing Day today. I hope you guys have fun, and like I said, happy holiday. Hop the Chelsea.